Alrighty, we're back here. We're gonna screw around with the OS a little bit. I do have a royalty-free audio CD here. It should be royalty-free. It's a bunch of 924 Gilman punk bands, so I highly doubt that's gonna put up any flags. Anyway, we'll mess around here, see what we got. This launcher, it popped up automatically. There's a 1-800 number here, probably Apple support. I wonder if that's still the same. Uh, Looks like we can maybe try to run DOS compatibility programs. These are probably just general settings, a help file. This phone numbers is probably a personal address book, not sure. Learning, it looks like we have tutorials and, just a little bit about the OS and the computer regardless. ClarisWorks, that's like a word processing program. Sharing your computer, that's probably has to do with setting up different profiles or maybe even networking, even though I don't know if there's TCP/IP support on these or if it's possible to install that or not. We got demos of Newton. That was actually a predecessor to the iPad, believe it or not. That was Apple's answer to portability. I think those came out in the early 90s. I don't think they were very successful, but something to look into if you're interested in early 90s Apple stuff. And then the regular applications here. 80 Days, no clue. American Gun-Shy, no clue. I have to assume this is just a regular dictionary for American English. I don't know what Canfield 6.0 would be. It looks like a solitaire game, maybe. Card Shop, it's probably like the print shop for Windows. ClarisWorks, like we pointed out, was like a word processing. There's an Atlas here, solitaire game. eWorld Online, that kind of looks like the Internet Explorer E, but I highly doubt that's what it is since I think IE version 1.0 came out in late 95, and I don't think the Mac version came out till maybe 97 or 98. So, and yeah, that's interesting that Internet Explorer was actually on Macs back in the day, which obviously they have Safari now. Anyway, we have a fax center here if we want to send a fax. Maybe that would work with the modem that was included with this. GME 95, who knows? There's another Gun-Shy program. It almost looks like a game, but it's really hard to tell. This looks like a game too, Joel Box. Maybe it's like, oh, what's that game that everyone plays, Bejeweled or whatever, popular mobile game. Another solitaire game. This is probably a personal contacts program. Now up to date, looks like a calendar. Quicken, they're still around. They're to do, financial accounting type stuff. Simple Text, I'd assume, is probably Notepad. Spin Doctor Challenger, kind of looks like a pinball style game. Family Doctor, probably the predecessor to WebMD. Ultra Dice, that looks like a game as well. Dial Up on Campus, USC. That's probably the letters for a college. I'm not sure which one that would be. And another one of these Gun-Shy games. Apple must have really liked that. And Launcher, it looks way different on modern OSs, but it's interesting that Apple still uses Launcher in their modern OSs. So, the hard disk here, probably. Yeah, this is just a couple things here. Looks like there's some leftover files. We're not going to get into those. Tin Can 502. Some of the stuff I never heard of. If you have any clue what it is or want me to dig into it in another video, please let me know. I'll gladly fire this up and look at any of these programs or, anything else that might be of interest. So with that being said, let's test the optical drive. I'm gonna put in an audio CD. I know there's a CD player program on here that I saw, and this is not a burnt CD, so we'll see if it actually plays. There is that small speaker on the bottom of the tower, so I would assume it should play right out of that. I don't see any trouble with drivers on Macs because Apple's the only one that makes the hardware. I think if OS X is on the system, the drivers are automatically there. So let's see what happens here. I don't even know that the disc is spinning up. Oh, there we go. There's an audio CD icon. Let's see what happens. It detected the tracks. It's playing. Trying to fast forward. I don't know if it actually worked or not. Let's try the next track. It's quiet, but it's there. Hopefully you can hear that. It is very, very quiet. It could just be a quiet CD though as well.
I'm sorry to bother you, man. All right, Father. Especially now, the holiday season. We cash our checks.
There's a song that kind of has some volume to it. Simple audio CD player. I do remember there being a lot of tracks on here. So, well, for audio CDs anyway, this drive still works. I didn't hear it skip yet. It didn't want to let me fast forward. Oh, there we go. I just have to hold it down. So it did work. But yeah, very, very quiet. I can't imagine that tiny 3-inch speaker though can do much, especially one from '95. But regardless, if I get any Mac formatted CDs, I might be able to install some older programs that were made in the mid to late '90s. So far, I haven't seen any crashes or whatever the Mac blue screen equivalent is. So everything seems like it's working. So we'll eject the CD here. The eject mechanism seems like it's still good. And if you look at my other video, you'll see we couldn't get SimCity 2000 to work. So, unfortunately, but I might find some more interest in doing videos for this in the future. Now that I see it's actually up and running, I got the correct video adapter. Like I said, any of those programs we went through on Launcher, if anyone is interested in me digging through any of them, I can launch and make a video of them. So just let me know, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.